So here we go. Voting is not only our privilege, it's our constitutional right. And we got that right only because some people for that right did fight. Before that, in our history, a select few made decisions for us, and now we are free to choose happiness and all that is just. We can take up a plight with the people who attempt to right all the wrongs brought about by opportunists who sit in those big halls. The halls housing Congress and the Senate too, whose members we elected and who presently are acting like fools. These folks run our country, and they can run it into the ground, which has happened already. To hell we are bound. Backsliding, trillions in debt, and it only took a few years. What the heck? How did we get in such a mess in so short a time? It was those fools who were elected, I'm sure you will find. No, they're not all that bad, a fact I know to be true, because I follow all the actions and take note of all the clues. In 2008, most Democrats won, and President Obama won the election, inheriting the debt and 2 wars. Undaunted, he put his plans into motion. In 2010, a turnabout occurred when the Tea Party Republicans won. They were hostile to Obama and to government and objected to everything under the sun. So from 2010 to present, there was very little he could address. They killed all bills and filibustered, so this press would make no progress. Hey, listen, not all was lost, despite little Republican support. Osama bin Laden dead, auto industry alive, and health care for all, I can report. Well, as I said, a few can be trusted, but you have to decide who they are. As for me, it's very clear. It's the Democrats by far. That party has shown it cares for downtrodden and for the poor. Not like the other party, wealth and power is what they're for. Now that's just my opinion, a perspective I feel sure is true because I've been paying attention, well, to what both parties say and do. For example, did you notice how all our lives have changed? If you haven't, you're in denial when you should be enraged. Start with your own family and things better or worse, then are things better or worse? Then look at your community. Is it following that same course? Now look at the rest of the country, what's going on nationwide. Lost jobs, lost homes and health issues, and a recession that may not subside. But maybe you don't feel any different, somewhat isolated here on the res. But the whole darn country is affected by extremists who made this mess. It can get worse, take my word for it. Reservations neglected and abandoned. Medicaid and Medicare may go down. Progress we've made, dismantled. The federal government owes us for taking our land and such, but that won't really matter if who's elected doesn't care much. So folks, the time is coming when we once again vote nationwide. Will you be at those voting polls to vote for those who are on our side? And oh yes, one more thing before I close. I want you all to remember, if you don't vote, don't complain. Not participating will be your loss this November. That's it. But I have an addendum. Another thing you need to know that's important too, tribal elections also determine our fate based on what they do. So we must study the situation and select candidates with care, because for heaven's sakes, we all know, poor leadership gets us nowhere. Amen?